All right. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another installment of your latest Chelsea news. Now, look, I'm pretty sure we're all still disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very sad still, but I think we just need to get over it and really now start thinking about next season. I don't think there's any point in thinking about what's going to happen this season. Going through and winning the FA Cup was probably the quickest and the easiest way to make it into Europa League. When I say easiest, I do say it in a light manner because obviously we had Manchester City in front of us, but I do believe Manchester City is a particular team we could have got yesterday. But we don't want to dwell too much about that particular match. But having said that, I don't think we are going to make it into European positions, Europa League positions through the league. We've got some big games coming up, and the way we lack maturity, the way we lack any level of clinical ability up front, I don't think we're going to get much done against some of these bigger teams. We've got next up Arsenal, who are fighting for the Premier League title. It would be nice if we can, steal some points off them, but I don't want to hold my breath for that. So having said that, I think, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that we start planning for next season. And the news all starts from here. This is a really, really sad situation. You would have all seen the footage of Thiago Silva breaking down post yesterday's match, crying, because this is probably his last chance. This was probably his last chance to win any level of silverware with Chelsea, and obviously he wanted to get rid of that curse of Wembley off his back. He's played quite a few times in the finals at Wembley and hasn't got that silverware, and he deserves a lot more. He should have got at least a bare minimum FA Cup during Thomas Tuchel's time. We should have got the Carabao Cup against Liverpool earlier this season, which we didn't. And then obviously now we've been eliminated by Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. So we saw the footage, ladies and gentlemen, of Thiago Silva crying, and it would have broken a lot of our hearts. It definitely did break my heart. And then we would have seen Bell Silva, I think, tweeted out or put something on Instagram saying, this is the last dance at Wembley. So we know what's going to happen with Thiago Silva. He's most likely going to leave. I wish he didn't. I wish we kept him for yet another season. I think his experience is just so invaluable. And our team, I can't imagine letting go of a player like Thiago Silva. Where would our team be in terms of experience? Really, there's no one to look up to. Really hope someone like Reece James comes back quick. I think after Thiago Silva, Reece James is someone who players can really look up to. I know some of you guys might say Raheem Sterling is the next most experienced player, but I don't think he's that level of a leader. So we definitely need, Reece James back. I do want to talk about Madueke's incident as well in that clip, but down the track, few players that I really want to touch base on in regards to Madueke, Mudryk, Nicholas Jackson. There's a little bit of conversation in regards to Enzo Fernandez as well. So this is the news, ladies and gentlemen. Thiago Silva is expected to confirm his Chelsea exit soon. You're going to know in the coming days. I don't want to say anything after a defeat. I'm sad about the result, but sooner or later, news will come out of a decision made in my mind, but it's not the moment to share it. So you know he's going to leave, and it's a sad situation. I wish he stayed. I know he's 39. He's going to be 40 next season, but he's still one of our best defenders. There's no two ways about it. And as I said, his level of experience, it's invaluable to the team. It's invaluable to them. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Thiago Silva potentially leaving Chelsea Football Club. I know he's had clashes with the ownership, but whatever he said, to be honest, it's not been out of line one bit. I know Bell Silva, his wife, has also come out on Twitter and said, changes need to be made. I think it was after the Wolves game. Once again, I don't think she said anything out of line. So let's check this out. This is directly from Thiago Silva's Twitter page. It's difficult to describe in words what I feel now. We are very sorry we didn't make it. We left everything on the pitch. Proud of the group. Thanks to all of you for never leaving us. So thank you. This picture will once again be one of the iconic pictures of this season. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Thiago Silva. As I said, I do want to talk about Madueke down the track off the back of this clip that's circulating around. But honestly, this breaks my heart. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is in regards to Cole Palmer. Chelsea plan to open talks with Cole Palmer's representatives over a new lucrative contract before the end of the season. Look, he fully deserves it. He 100% fully deserves it. He's a particular player, I feel like he's level-headed. He's level-headed. I don't think the money is going to get to him. All the success he's had this season, all the goals, all the assists that he's produced, the goal contributions that he's produced, he still seems so hungry. It doesn't seem like it's ever enough. You know, with certain players, right? They score a goal, they feel satisfied. They score two, they're like, yep, I've done my job. They score a hat-trick and they think, yep, I don't need to do anything for the month. This player, honestly, it feels like it's never enough. He wants to continue on and on and on. So with him, ladies and gentlemen, I've got no issues that we want to sit down with him and work out a new lucrative contract. He fully deserves it. He's absolutely blown out all the sort of, records this season at Chelsea Football Club, stats, whatnot. 100% he will be Chelsea's Player of the Year, and he should be in contention for Premier League Player of the Year, and 100% should be winning the Young Premier League Player of the Year award as well. Raheem Sterling, for instance, is understood to earn around $325,000 per week, and Chelsea intend to bridge the gap between Palmer and the club's top earners as they continue to build for the future. I think Palmer's on $80,000 a week. I don't think he should be jumping all the way close to Raheem Sterling's mark. Look, Raheem Sterling should not be earning what he's earning. Raheem Sterling, with all the inconsistencies, he should be leaving the football club. But I think doubling up Cole Palmer's wages, from 80,000 to 160,000, to even take it up to 180,000, I think that would be a bumper rise. We also all need to realize this is Cole Palmer's proper first breakthrough season, and he's killed it, of course. But to take him anywhere near the vicinity of 325k, it'll almost be as if, well, what more to thrive for? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's keep that hunger going. I know he's a particular player that the hunger is always going to be there, but let's not just give everything from the get-go. I think doubling up his wages is going to be incredible for a young player, and then that will still continue to have hunger to thrive for more. So I think that would be perfect. But in all honesty, without Cole Palmer's contribution this season, we would have been dead. So look, I'm all up for Cole Palmer receiving a new lucrative contract. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, how you feel about that. The one thing I do want to say about Cole Palmer is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what he posted out on Instagram post the defeat against Manchester City. Sigh, and him, absolutely knackered and just laying down on the ground. He would be so disappointed. This is one thing I definitely want to point out. Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, will not be at Chelsea Football Club if we continue to be mediocre like this. There were instances yesterday, and it's been all throughout the season. We heard just after the Sheffield United match, Cole Palmer was frustrated with Nicholas Jackson. He was frustrated with Axel Desassi. So we know if this level of stupidity continues at Chelsea Football Club, he's 100% going to leave. Even yesterday, a couple of times there was that cross that he put in for Nicholas Jackson. Stone cold, that should have been finished. The tame header from Nicholas Jackson that went straight to the goalkeeper. You should have seen Cole Palmer's reaction straight after that. He was so frustrated. There was another ball he put in for Nicholas Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson fluffed it. This is why Cole Palmer doesn't trust some of our attackers. He tends to take it all on himself. And he would be fed up. He would be fed up in continuously losing finals, semi-finals, repeatedly at Wembley, he would be fed up. Because he's probably thinking some of his teammates, some of his attacking teammates are just pathetic. So this is something we definitely need to keep in mind, that we need to give him quality. We have to, or else he's going to be gone. And this Instagram story is pure evidence showing his frustration towards the team. So we have to be very, very careful. Now, before I go into this news in regards to Enzo Fernandez, I want to talk about 3 players: Nicholas Jackson, Madueke, and Mudryk. I want to start things off with Madueke. You guys would have all seen the clip yesterday off the back of that end of the match, Thiago Silva crying. And you would have seen in the background Madueke laughing and giggling with Grealish. I've said it many times, and this isn't the first incident with Madueke. We know what he did with the penalty situation. We know the nightclub issue he had earlier on in the season when he was supposedly sick, but he ended up going to the nightclub, and then there was a 1-match ban for Madueke. Madueke is a particular player, ladies and gentlemen. I've said it many times that I don't think he's a complete. Obviously, he's not a complete player. And I don't even think he's really a Chelsea level player. A lot of you guys, for some reason, have this feeling that Madueke is going to be the next Arjen Robben. Look, I don't think so. I really, really don't think so. He's someone maybe he can come off the bench and give us some sort of an impact, which he has been in recent times. But for someone to be an out-and-out winger for us, I don't think so. And these are some of the decisions that we need to make for next season. Do we need better in the wing areas? I personally feel we do. Now, do we go out there in the market and buy someone? Do we give someone like Angelo Gabriel an opportunity as well? Omari Hutchinson is doing a bit of a madness at Ipswich. It's time. Someone like Madueke, how much longer do we need to wait? Some people may say, oh, but, we've not given him enough chances. We've not given him enough opportunities to play at a consistent level. But the attitude's got to be right as well. I feel like his attitude is not right. I feel like far too many times, this guy, especially the penalty situation against Everton, he's there for himself. He was far more upset about that penalty situation as opposed to losing in the semi-finals of the FA Cup against Manchester City post-match. Players like Thiago Silva crying, Conor Gallagher consoling Thiago Silva, Enzo Fernandez upset, and this guy is giggling and laughing with opposition player who've just won. So I feel like someone like Madueke, even from a footballing point of view, his skills, we've seen far too many times this season how many stinkers he's dropped. He doesn't pass quickly enough. When there's an opportunity to pass, he doesn't pass. Yes, he's good enough 1v1. His finishing is at times atrocious. Yeah, there are times where he's scored bangers as well, no doubts about that. Final third decision making is poor as well. So someone like Madueke, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I'd have no qualms about letting him go next, in the summer and looking for a better option next season. So that's about Madueke. Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, is a particular player. I think there's good quality about him. I really do think there's good quality about him. He's got a better footballing know-how than Madueke. But once again, I don't think he's a player that should be leading the line for us. I think he should be coming off the bench, giving us impact on the left side or as a second striker. But as an out-and-out striker, this guy isn't the answer. I know he scored a few goals this season, no doubts about that. He's got some assists as well. Overall, his lack of ability to finish things up front, I don't think it's just going to change overnight. And I don't think we should just be taking the gamble next season and get him to lead the line for us. One of the biggest mistakes I've probably done this season is I didn't advocate for a striker. When there was names of Vlahovic being thrown around, I thought, let's give someone like Nicholas Jackson an opportunity. I fully believed in him. But after seeing this entire season, it's quite obvious that Nicholas Jackson is definitely not a ruthless striker. He's not a clinical striker. And at this level, you need someone clinical. All the chances that we had against Manchester City, imagine if it fell for Isak from Newcastle. Oh, we'd be eating. We'd be absolutely eating good. So Nicholas Jackson, for me, ladies and gentlemen, next season, okay for him to be coming off the bench and be an option from the bench as a second striker, winger, whatever. But as an out and out player, I don't think we can be risking that. We need a striker in the summer market, 100%. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about Mudryk. Mudryk is a particular player, ladies and gentlemen. I think, how much longer do we need to wait? We got Mudryk in January 2023. Now in April 2024. How much more time do we need to wait for Mudryk to show consistency? Mudryk is off the ball. Even yesterday when Manchester City scored the goal, have a look at the footage. He should be a lot closer to Bernardo Silva. He was nowhere near. He was nowhere to be seen. And we've seen this from Mudryk several times. His off-the-ball work rate is atrocious. On the ball, there are glimpses of times where it looks like he's an amazing player. But predominantly, he's not there in the game. He makes crazy decisions. He's too erratic. And then yesterday, we also saw the free kick right at the end. Or was it a corner? Whatever it was. Pathetic. We cannot have passengers anymore, man. This is 2 seasons in a row where we've flopped, no silverware, and these players were not seeing immense development. You compare that with Cole Palmer and how Cole Palmer has risen, it's just night and day. So for me, Mudryk, look, there was talks about him potentially going on loan in the January market that just went. I'd honestly be looking into that. Going to loan to Bayern Munich, I think. I'd be looking into perhaps sending him out on a loan where he can get regular minutes. We're not going to have Europe next season, so minutes are going to be hard to come by. Again, 1 game a week. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Mykhailo Mudryk. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, check this news in regards to Enzo Fernandez. Nicholas Jackson copying the bulk of criticism, but Enzo Fernandez again struggled today. This is coming from Nizar Kinsella. Fewer touches than Petrovic and Jackson. Just 73.3% passing accuracy. Just 2 out of the 9 duels won. Follow a very poor display at Sheffield United as well. This was off the back of him saying 2 poor performances from Chelsea, but I thought it was pretty impressive display. Another Wembley Stadium sickener. Now, a lot of people talking about Enzo Fernandez, and I've said my piece. I think Enzo Fernandez is a victim of the manager with the lack of structure in midfield, lack of structure defensively. This is definitely causing an issue for Enzo Fernandez. Of course, Enzo Fernandez having hernia issue as well, playing with pain, that has contributed to. But I'm not going to shy away. Enzo Fernandez obviously hasn't lived up to his name this season, much like many other players. It's not just Enzo Fernandez. But I do believe, put Enzo Fernandez in a particular team with a better structure, better team, he's going to shine. He's going to shine. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, but that's easy. That can be said about all of our players. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There are certain players that are genuinely poor. And there are certain players that have got great skill sets, but are being deployed in a rubbish manner under our current management, under the current manager that we have. The current manager that we have is exposing their flaws as opposed to, getting their strengths and imposing the strengths upon the opposition. This is the perfect Jorginho case. This is the same thing that happened with Jorginho when he was at Chelsea Football Club. People talking about, oh, yeah, he's not good enough. The mobility is not there. Now Jorginho goes to Arsenal and he controls the midfield there. Because it's a better structure. It's a manager with a better tactical know-how. We as a fan base, we need to wake up and smell the coffee that some of these players are actually very good. But the manager does not seem to get the best out of them. Now, look, what are we essentially saying for Enzo Fernandez? If you're one of those people that want Enzo Fernandez gone, you're potentially saying that you want Pochettino to stick around. And that's fine if you want Poch to stick around, but you then need to give Poch his type of midfielders. It's counterproductive keeping Poch and keeping Enzo Fernandez. It's counterproductive. It's one or the other. Enzo Fernandez has got 8-9 years contract. It's got good money. And the other one's got 1 more year left. Potentially could be sacked at the end of this season. So we have to make a choice. Who do we want to keep? Do you want to give Pochettino a contract extension and get rid of Enzo Fernandez? Give Pochettino someone he can work with in midfield. But I'm not going to sit here and just say that Enzo Fernandez is a poor player. I think there is now a lot of media starting to get on it. Certain parts of the fan base is starting to get on it. And before you know it, as I said, this is going to be that Jorginho situation. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Enzo Fernandez as well and everything that we've spoken about. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.